Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more Encounter 2 action. Anthony with you once again, midday fight today. And let's just cut straight to the chase. We have Legendary running a bunch of Gators versus Vangelus on ASP, in quotes. There's only 2 ASP members and then 3 other random characters. Legendary is going first for this matchup. Gentlemen, you are clear to start. And if you hear a bunch of crunching in the background, that is because I currently have a bag of chips and some salsa here, and I have not ate anything today, so I'm hungry. Anyway, so we'll flip Bolag to bot mode. The minus attack weapon effect is online, and we're sending in Crash Bash here. It's been a while since we've seen him, but with Quig in the format, might be decent. So 6 Pierce 1 going in, 6 into Crasher's 2 defense, takes 4. Also, it looks like Fracture on Vangelus' screen. We're still trying to figure out who's hacking his video feed, but for now, it says Fracture. Also, dropping a Mecha Star for a Maceration Laser on Legendary side of the field. Going over to Vangelus' turn. So, again, 2 ASP members, Chomp, Crasher, and Raider Chop. So a lot of green icon synergy, and then what may be one of the best 5 stars in the game at this moment. Crasher is really good. Albeit in matchups without direct damage, she doesn't do a whole lot, so there's that. So you gotta go into Crash Bash here. Now, pretty typical ASP move would just be to send in Night Flight as a sacrificial pawn, but this is anything but a conventional ASP deck. There is a Masher Base. This is a card that is popping up in popularity a little bit recently. Bold 1, +1. It's a more consistent flamethrower, plus ASP get the green icon benefits, even though that is a shark locked green. I can speak. So Masher Base onto Chomp. Not sure if that indicates an attacker, but you have to go to Crash Bash here. I wouldn't be surprised if Chomp went in, though. He's got that Focus 1, so it could help fish out a orange. And he chooses not to use it, so he just has a black icon there, and that is currently 5, 6 Pierce 2. 6 blocking 4, take nothing? Wait a minute, hold on. What was the defense there? How do you swing for 4? I'm confused. Oh, right, I forgot about that. So, Bolag was in effect, so that was -2 attack. So the attack was actually 4 Pierce 2, blocks 4, would take 2, but Quig reduces Pierce by 2, so that attack is a wash. And then dropping a Focus Fire for a toolbox. So now, we're just getting some reminders on what Chop Shop does. And even I don't remember what it does, so I will go ahead and pull up Teletrain quick. And where is bot card? Here it goes. And then Shop. So moving over to Legendary's turn, we see Ayuk flip to bot mode. Raider Chop Shop. Bot mode, when this attacks and you flip at least a green, repair 1 damage from this. When you flip to alt mode, Maceration Laser on Ironic, Chop Shop's alt mode. When you flip to this mode, you may scrap a green from your hand. If you do, repair 1 damage from each of your characters. If the scrap card has no other icons, repair 1 more damage from each of your characters. And then sending Ironic in for 6 Pierce 2. Wait, where's he getting the Pierce 2? Where are you getting the Pierce 2 from? I believe that only works against characters of other factions. Okay, so no Pierce 2. So 6 is the attack. Blocking 1. Taking 5. Alive on 1, ladies and gentlemen. We are already off to this. But now, are there any specialists on Vangelus' team. There does not appear to be, so he has to go into somebody who will negate Pierce. Now, admittedly, Crash Bash only negates two Pierce. Ironic negates all of it. So Crash Bash is probably the preferential target here. And also, you do not want to attack into Ironic willingly because of his bot mode. So flipping Chop Chop to bot mode after playing a Toolbox on Fracture, scrapping a Reprocess. So that will heal 2 damage from Chomp, and then I believe it heals 4 from Fracture, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is... Yeah, so there's the second one off Chomp. Yes, so the Repair 1, both Repair 1 effects on Chop Chop are independent of each other, so Toolbox will work on both of them if I am not mistaken. So Fracture will heal fully here. And Vangelus has now realized what Ironic's bot mode is, so he's probably going into Crash Bash here. I almost called him Crasher. So the question is, who does he send in here? Probably Night Flight by the looks of things. Night Flight, yeah, that makes sense. Pretty typical ASP move, just to send in Night Flight as the first attacker. I don't know why it's Night Flight over Stormcloud, but I'm guessing it has something to do with the +1 health, but whatever. And he's sending him in here for 5. Blocking 3 takes 2. Unfortunately, did not flip a green icon there, which is unfortunate, but such is the way things are sometimes. ASPs can be fickle. So, Legendary has a War of Attrition and a card I cannot make out. It's a black-green. I'm going to jump in, actually. What was that black-green you just flipped out of curiosity? Oh. Okay, so Legendary has been talking with Naga a lot lately. We are now looking through scrap piles again. Okay, so looking for Masher Maces, and there was one in the scrap. That's interesting. He's flipping, he's thinking about flipping Ayuk. Also, he is playing Ayuk Strat, I should mention. Grabbing a Photon Charge back, that's always pretty good. So, he attacks with either... there's no way he attacks with Bolag right now. That has to be a last in the sequence thing. Photon Charge does come down onto Ayuk. Will not take the damage. And going after Night Flight. And, oh, Ayuk getting rid of the Masher Mace off of Buried Banquet. No damage to heal, though, so... Now we move to flips. Attacking for 6. 6 blocking 1. Take 5. Oh, actually, no, blocking 2 because of a green icon and Tailwind. So it takes 4. And then Photon Charge damage onto Chomp. Makes perfect sense. There's a Smelt there. Mecha Star for Smelt. And that's doubly important in Legendary's deck because he was talking to me the other night. I'm pretty sure that's the only upgrade removal he's packing, so he really needs to have those on hand, although this isn't exactly an ideal situation for him because Vangelus probably just gets rid of the Masher Base and then triggers it to bounce it back to hand. Wedge Formation to heal 1 damage from Chomp and draw a card. No Specialist on the team, as we already discussed. So now it's really a question of do you send in Chop Chop or Fracture Excuse me, Crasher. We need to figure out who hacked his video feed. Good God. So, Chop Chop is 1 defense in both modes. Crasher is at least 2 defense in alt mode. Honestly, as weird as it sounds, I think you try to get something on a Crasher and send her in, just because of the fact that Chop Chop is a little more integral in this matchup. If there was direct damage or more of it on Legendary side of the field, I'd be saying otherwise. And enemy combat analysis, hold up! Hold up! Enemy combat analysis! When was the last time you saw that card? That may be indicative of Tailwind going in, potentially. Chop Chop will flip. And then Tailwind going into Ironic. Enemy combat analysis actually doing something. What is this? 8 blocking 2 takes 6. Alive on 1. Now, if Legendary has a new orders in hand, this is gonna hurt for Vangelus. Now, if you're wondering where the 8 came from on Tailwind, 3 base, 1 for a orange icon, that's 4. 2 for a green icon, that's 6. 2 from enemy combat analysis, that's 8. And it looks like he dropped a mirror response mode for something. I did not catch it at the time. Dropping the Garden Spalders for a processor. And Ironic is alive on 1, like I said, so if he has a new orders in hand, might do some good here to play it. Processor and a secret action. I just realized that secret was there, so no new orders, unfortunately, despite the fact that it would be very good in this deck. And then Bullwag in alt mode, who has a press, so that's at least something. And he does, I think, get +1 from having Masher Mace in the KO area. He's thinking hard about this. I'd probably go into Chomp here, honestly. Just to deny Tailwind a flip to bot mode and keeping him a bit more consistent. Going into Chomp, that is the call he ends up making. And gets Pierce 1. 5 Pierce 1. 5 into 1. And that is a dead Chomp. And then, wait, hold on. Don't you have to scrap a green for the Masher Mace thing to trigger, or is that Spalders? Ah, okay. Okay, I thought you had to scrap something for Masher Mace, but that's Spalders. So over to Vangelus' turn. If he has a weapon in hand, he probably wants to play it on Fracture here. Oh wait, what am I saying? He's on a wheel turn right now. So honestly, he could drop it on either Chop Chop or Fracture and get away with it. Although dropping it on Fracture would draw a bit of heat away from Chop Chop because, again, like I said earlier, he's a little more integral in this matchup compared to Fracture. Just because of the inherent lack of direct damage on Legendary side of the field. If this was something like Fort Max, I'd be saying a whole different thing. But just based on this, like, you probably want to sacrifice Fracture here. Maybe flip her to bot mode to get a bit of extra damage on the field, because I think everybody on Legendary side of the field is melee. Yep, everybody is, unless Bullwag is a specialist, and I'm not aware of it, but I'm pretty sure he's melee. So yeah, you probably flip Fracture, get a weapon onto her, and then just do what you can against Bullwag, get him off the board. And also get Ironic off the board, because you do not want to deal with him right now in this game state. And thankfully, I Still Function doesn't exist, but involuntary promotion is an option, possibly, if Ayuk starts taking damage later in the game. Albeit, it has yet to be seen if Legendary is packing that. So honestly, Masher Mace comes down on the Chop Chop, okay. I would have put it on Fracture, personally, because I'm pretty sure her Crasher. And Anglemoss Surge on Chop. Oh, he's just going for the throat. Now I gotta check what Fracture does quick. Or Crasher, God. Will somebody check what's hacking him? When this does attack damage. Okay, yeah, I would have probably played the weapon on Crasher, but we'll see how this goes. So, probably goes into Bolag in both situations. Fracture then ping damages Ironic to get rid of him. And Vangelus is thinking hard about this. Crasher going into Ayuk. Interesting. Not going for Bolag, despite the fact that Fracture is not affected by a press. Oop, there's a white icon. Going in for 5. That's going to do nothing. Worth the shot. So Fracture will not trigger, unfortunately. Dropping an escape route for a reprocess, it looks like. So now who does he send Chop into here? Because honestly, you don't want to leave Ironic on the board, but it seems like a waste. Oh, he's gonna end up overkilling Ironic. And there's a Sab Arms to get rid of the Masher Mace. Yeah, this cannot feel good for Vangelus. That is a very dead Ironic. Oh, 12 into... That would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would have been 7 damage to Bolag. Oh, that... I think it was the correct play, but that just, again, cannot feel good. And we have an untap. And then Legendary will draw for turn and a Processor. Smelt coming down. Probably gets rid of the enemy combat analysis here. Nope, gets rid of the toolbox. Interesting. And I am now done with the chip, so you are spared from me munching away for the rest of this video. Maceration Laser on Ayuk. And then flip Bolag. Ayuk sending in a Crasher. And KOing the toolbox that was scrapped off the Smelt. So Bolag will have +2 in alt mode. 5 Pierce 3. 5 into 1 takes 4 on Crasher. Interesting decision. I personally would have gone after Chop. So, at this point, you probably send in Night Flight here as a sacrificial offering. There's another toolbox. Do we have a Chop flip coming? Yep, there it is. Scrapping a reprocess to heal 1 from, or to heal 2 from Night Flight, 4 from Crasher. So Fracture would be alive on 2 at this point if it wasn't for that damn toolbox. Actually, technically alive on 4. And Legendary's just like, glad we're accomplishing things here. Yeah, this is, Vangelus just could not stay away from repair shenanigans after playing so much MegaRatchet. And I mean, again, I don't think there's any way he doesn't send in Night Flight. Wait, yes, actually sending in Fracture may not be the worst idea in the world. Oh yeah, okay, so going in with Fracture, I can agree with that. Going in for 4. Blocked. Only the highest quality of gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. We have one character dead on each side of the field, and then no other damage, aside from 2 on Night Flight. And one of these decks is orange. Lagarten Spalders on Ayuk. Put it on Bolag for a second, but switches that to Ayuk. Flipping Ayuk up to bot mode seems reasonable. Because it goes from 3 defense and tough 2 to 2 defense and tough 1. Open agenda. Top 3 of the deck are a handheld photon charge and a War of Attrition, it looked like. Hold on, I gotta jump in. I believe that is how it works, because read me the exact text on open agenda. They are not, if I'm not mistaken, so that will stay, like, in deck, essentially. Okay, so for those of you wondering what's going on, Legendary was just wondering if a reshuffle happened from revealing the top 3 of the deck, and we believe the answer is no. Yep, so it was a Photon Charge, War of Attrition, and a handheld was put on the bottom of the deck, essentially, but we know the next flip now. So now we're going in with an attack. Crash Bash probably going in here? Yep, you want to be attacking with Bolag and alt mode in this deck, just because of Ayuk being a thing. We have a reshuffle now. And up, we flipped the blue. So Crasher is blocking for 2. And Legendary's over here saying that Game 2 is going to be funny. I don't know if I like the sound of that necessarily. And we've got our cuts. Six Pierce 1. 6 into 2 takes 4 on Crasher. Now where's the showing off for Chop Shop? Well, he needs showing off and a single green card in hand in order for that combo to work. And there's no shot he's playing showing off in this deck. Is there? Okay, he seems to be contemplating. Okay, there's a flip of Chop Shop. Wait a minute, he's playing Escape Route. Are we about to see a full team heal, essentially, here? Razor Wings, nope, did not have the 2-card combo in hand. So, Razor Wings comes down, does 1 damage to all tapped enemies since it was put on a melee character. So, both Ayuk and Crash Bash will take a damage. Also, the amount of times this set I have almost called Crasher, or Crash Bash Crasher as I just do it there. So, Razor Wings is on Chop Shop. You probably send in Night Flight here. Oh. Sending Tailwind into Ayuk. Okay, would not have been my first decision, but I think that is a good move at the end of the day. Because the +2/+2 from enemy combat analysis. Will not get it against Bolag. Well, there's a copy of New Orders. Where was that earlier for Legendary? So going in for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 into, or 8 into 6 takes 2. And then Vangelus gets greens first. And then trading for Bashing Shield. Dropping, oh, he had the Escape Route in hand! Oh, he just needed a green icon card. He would have had the full combo. Draw for Processor on Legendary side of the field. Flipping Bolag, so he's got the +2. Photon Charge, oh boy. Angle Block, oh, this is gonna hurt. Tailwind is probably dying. Going into Tailwind, and how much attack does defense does Bolag have? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was 1 or 2. Carry on. Okay, so Bolag does not take the Photon Charge damage, so when I said Bolag had 1 defense earlier, that was wrong. So 6, 9, 13. Going into 1. And enemy combat analysis is not live. So Vangelus would have to flip like 5 blues, and flips exactly 0. Tailwind is gone. And this is why you send in Night Flight first, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you send in Night Flight first. And then the Photon Ping does the damage to Crasher. So now we'll move over to Vangelus' turn. Got a very underpowered Night Flight and Chop Chop with a Razor Wings on the field. Ayuk is defending pretty decently. Crash Bash is reducing Pierce. Bolag is kind of just sitting there, but he has a Press. Although nobody on the board really cares about that at the moment. So you... Polydermal Graft on the Chop Chop, okay. So on this board, you probably send you honestly probably send both Night Flight and Chop Chop into Bolag to try to get him off the board, because that is kind of chewing him up a little bit here. And we are getting a health check on Bolag. He has 10 remaining. And then we're going to attacks here now. No action. And Night Flight going into Bolag, so we got that part right. Going in for 4. Unfortunately, green icons do not provide anything as Tailwind is dead. Blocking 3 takes 1, up to 2. Dropping Patrol the Perimeter for the Garten Smolders. Bolag is very much a Gator. And Chop Chop also going into Bolag. Okay, I called that perfectly. Going in for 6. Going in for 7, Pierce 1, and heals 1 off his ability. 7... Blocking 5 takes 2, up to 4. And then we got a wedge formation on Vangelus' side of the field. Will he take it? He's contemplating it. Decides not to. And there goes that extraneous wet Angle Surge that was just sitting around there. Now Vangelus needs a single green card, and Fracture will be almost back up to full health, but Legendary does have an opportunity to just get her off the board right now. Did I call her Fracture? Somebody please figure out what is going on with Vangelus' camera, for crying out loud. Flip Ayuk, probably recovering a Photon Charge. Yep, there's the Photon Charge. Will that replace the Maceration Laser there? I honestly think... Putting the Photon Charge on Crash Bash, okay, that makes a little more sense. So you probably send him into Crasher and then do the ping damage to Night Flight. And there's a secret. Because currently Crash Bash is attacking for 7. You're likely to get the +2 off his ability, so that's 9. 9 into 1. Yeah, you go into Crasher here. Going into Crasher, yep, that is very likely a dead Crasher, barring an absolute miracle. And that is very much not an absolute miracle, so Crasher is gone, and ping damage is likely to go on Night Flight if I had to take a wild guess, but... Yep, and the Night Flight is, in fact, the call. So now the question is, does Vangelus have a single green in hand to further prolong this game? He's contemplating something. Oh, wait a minute. He might have it. Oh, I got a brief glimpse of his hand there, but I couldn't make anything out. Oh, he's got a couple of options. Oh, do we got a flip? He has a flip. Does he have a single green, though? Oh, he's not gonna. Okay. No information was revealed, so that is a okay take back. And Legendary's over here making jokes about flipping Night Flight. Oh, wait a minute. I think I said earlier, I think I made a suggestion earlier for Legendary to attack Night Flight while he was in alt mode and while untapped. That is very much not allowed without a spy set, and that is not legal for this event. Night Flight does end up flipping to bot mode. I believe that's a +1 attack bonus. And also maybe +1 defense. Night Flight going into Crash Bash. And snared. Okay, going in with a base of 1. And going in for 2, and there's the single green that he needed. And blocked. So what is going to be any pickup from Vangelus? That Focus Fire's looking pretty tempting. Not gonna go for it, though. With Bolag on the field, I'm not too surprised by that. Draw for turn. Let's see if, Ayuk decides to flip. 3 War of Attritions. Uh-oh. Oh, he top decked number 3. So 3 War of Attritions come down and he's gonna heal 3 from somebody. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Putting Night Flight alive on 1, but not a true alive on 1 because that was done by direct damage. And Lagarten Spalder's coming down on to Bolag, flipping Bolag. And who's going to be the send here? And Ayuk sending in. He's not repaired his 3 yet. Healing the 3 from Bolag. And then Ayuk will swing, KO a toolbox. We got some camera issues on Vangelus' side, and it looks like there is another toolbox in there. That'll heal 1 from Ayuk. And 5 Pierce 4's the swing. And Pierce gets Night Flight, and that is a board with just Chop Shop remaining. Alrighty, so moving over to Vangelus' green icons. He's got plenty of options. Enemy combat analysis is on the field. But I don't think anybody on Legendary side of the field matches Chop Shop's cost. Let me just jump in quick. Remind me how many stars Chop Shop is again? So I'm assuming Crash Bash is 8 in this situation? Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, enemy combat analysis is in fact offline. Oh, and Legendary just pointed out, I don't think Polydermal wants to be removed here. Very, very good point. Dropping Razor Wings for a Focus Fire. Pretty good. And Bolag is in bot mode, so it presses offline, but can't even attack him right now anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. And we're getting a check on what Spalder's is. It is very much an armor. So we've gotten an explanation of Spalders for Vangelus. So who does he really go into here? He's got a bashing shield. Going after the one on Ayuk, I believe. And then gets rid of a Spalders to keep the Spalders. And at the very least, he has +1 defense, so maybe that matters against the blue deck. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see. Going through a scrap check. Still has that focused fire in hand, so he could do something with it. Oh, he has a second card in hand. I did not realize that. I thought he only had one left. And just sending Chop Chop in. Probably go after Ayuk. Seems like the bigger threat at the moment. Even though she has 3 defense, tough 2. Getting a check on Crash Bash here, and going into Crash Bash. Okay. So Pierce will be reduced by 2. Going 8 for 9. Ooh, that's pretty good. 9 into 5, taking 4. Up to 5. And we will go over to Legendary's turn. There's the draw. There's the draw for Processor. Does he have a weapon to put on Bolag? He'll have +3 attack when he flips to alt mode, most likely. Maceration Laser coming down already, off to a good start. So this is 7, 8, 9 before flips. There's a secret with a +1, even though that doesn't matter in this situation. So, yeah, going in here for 9. Pierce 2. Or 9 Pierce 4, excuse me. 9 Pierce 2. Oh, yep. Legendary said Pierce 2 and then realized Maceration Laser exists, so we both did the same thing there. And blocking 2 takes 7 up to 8, and that is 7 health remaining. Dropping a Master Mace for a wedge formation. Interesting. I would probably have kept that to replace the Razor Wings, because Master Mace, like, once Razor Wings is on, Master Mace is an objectively better card just because of the bold 1. And Legendary just realized that Lagarten Spalders is the Alicon mirror to Master Mace. I don't know. So, at this point, if you're Vangelus, who do you go into here? If you had that Master Mace, the answer would be Crash Bash, no question. But without it, it's a little less certain. Okay, so you have Master Mace at home now. Going into Crash Bash, okay. 5 health remaining. This could do it for Crash Bash at the very least. And bold 1, and holy mackerel, that's 10. That's currently 10 into 2. We gotta reshuffle. And 10 into 4, takes 6. That is a dead Crash Bash. And out comes Quig. And then dropping Turnabout for Smelt. Makes sense. Actually, I mean, it drops his base attack to 2 after the Razor Wings, so that's at least something. So Quig's on the field. Draw for turn. And I thought about flipping Ayuk there for a moment. Though, actually, it may be smart to keep her in alt mode, just because I believe Buried Banquet has to have her in alt mode in order to get the KO and upgrade effect. And we see a Polydermal Graft come down there. That is pretty good. Dropping a Smelt. Pitching the Razor Wings makes sense. Ayuk does not have to be in alt mode for that trigger to happen. Hold up. Not flipping Ayuk. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Am I forgetting something about Ayuk? Anyways, Quick goes in for 2 Pierce 2, it looks like. Or Pierce 1 only? Wait, hold on, I gotta check. What was the swing for? Oh, I saw 2 black on Todd's side, he had 2 attack. My bad. Oh, Ayuk has to attack a non-melee enemy. That explains why he's not flipping her. And then Ayuk going after a Masher Mace or a Bashing Shield in the KO area, getting rid of the Bashing Shield. So now Bolag has +4. God, the hot take when Bolag first got revealed about his plus attack ability not being good is proving to be aging like milk right about now. Ayuk going in for 5 Pierce 4. That puts Chop Chop at an alive on 2, if I'm not mistaken. We've got a cut. Five Pierce 4 is the swing. Pierce 4 causes, yep, alive on 2. And Bolag has onboard Pierce from Maceration Laser, and Legendary takes game 1. Good God, that was a 45-minute grind. Or 44 minutes, technically. Who's counting? What was that? One of those decks was aggro! Aggro! And we got this! So now we have sideboard plans. Alrighty, who's going first? Alrighty, and Legendary, would you like the sideboard characters? Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that. Let's see what it is. Oh, right, I forgot about that. Vangelus, will you be sideboarding characters? Okay. You may start sideboarding battle cards. So Vangelus does not have a sideboard character. Just wow. Just wow. But, of course, Legendary has brought Octone on into the game. So, I have been informed by a certain individual that Opportune Protection may be showing up. And it actually did things in round 1, apparently, against Naga. So, we will see how that goes for Legendary in this matchup. But for now, let's go ahead and do another one of my trademark what is going to be talked about in the sideboard period thing. And today, we're going to be talking about TFCon Chicago. If you remember from a few months ago, myself, Bill, and Vangelus were representing the TFTCG community at TFCon Toronto. And while I personally won't be at TFCon Chicago, the community as a whole will be there. A series of events will be run in the TCG room, including how to plays for new players and demos of new community releases for all players. Plus, there's going to be quite a few giveaways on each day of the event, so you're not going to want to miss out on that. Trust me, I think we gave away like 7 sets of Waves 6 and 7 at Toronto, plus a few other little miscellaneous goodies, so we're giving away a lot of good stuff. If you happen to be at TFCon Chicago, don't forget to swing by the TFTCG room to join in on the next phase of the Transformers TCG. A lot of fun. We met a lot of people at Toronto. I talk about this in my reflection video and face reveal video from a couple months ago. Overall, fantastic time, so I can expect that the TFTCG booth at Chicago will be just as good. Like, Toronto was already a step up in terms of, like, attendance from LA, so we are expecting to get a bit of a larger turnout for Chicago. And also, there may be some Wave 8 given away, because that's now at 1.0 stage, so while they are finishing sideboarding, I'm going to go put the salsa back in the freezer, or not in the freezer, the fridge, what am I saying? Alrighty, the salsa has been put away. And now that I am done with that, I should probably go ahead and update what Legendary's characters are. if my mouse will cooperate. So, Ayuk, Bolag, Octone. And there you go. So Vangelus is going first this match. Get an early hit on Bolag is getting an early hit on Bolag, I can English, is probably his MO at the moment. It's just a matter of, does he want to do that with Chomp or Night Flight? Now, I'm gonna jump in quick. Remind me, does Octone's alt mode abilities do 1 damage to an enemy or of the faction, or each enemy of the faction? Okay. Okay, so Crasher does nothing against Octone here. So Crasher probably not gonna do a whole lot in this matchup, like I literally just said. And that means that maybe Crasher gets sent in. I believe Octone is melee in Alt 1. Octone is in fact melee in Alt Mode 1, so Crasher's bot mode could do something. And Vangelus will draw for turn. And Legendary's talking about how he did not manage to draw a single handheld. Wow. Luck is on his side today. So we're going to start by flipping Chomp to bot mode, playing a green upgrade, and Masher Base on Chomp. That probably indicates Chomp's going in here. And then Chomp going into Ayuk. I am... Oh, wait. Bolag has a press. That actually makes perfect sense. Seven Pierce 2 is the swing. Taking 2. Dropping a Razor Wings for a toolbox, it looks like. Drawing for turn. Flipping Bolag. Okay. Maceration Laser coming down onto Ayuk. And then Ayuk KOing the Bastion Shield and Scrap. And then the swing is 5 Pierce 1. Blocking 2, taking 3. So now we'll go ahead and... No greens on Vangelus' side of the field, so over to his turn. So, you probably send in Night Flight here if I had to take a wild guess. Action for turn is a new orders. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting wheel turn. So now he probably sends in Night Flight for sure in order to serve as a meat shield here. I forgot what the term was for a second. Toolbox on Fracture. Here we go with this again. Flipping Chomp to alt mode. And then Chomp going in, maybe? Wait a minute. Night Flight going into Ayuk. So that ends up being a play after all. For 6. And that's a block. And then lie in wait for War of Attrition on legendary side of the field. So he's probably going to flip Octone to Alt 2. Yep. And one of Vangelus' Decepticons, I can speak, will take a damage. And does a damage to Chop Shop. Setting a secret. And then sending in. Going in for 9. And that is a dead Night Flight. Ooh. Oh yeah, because 5 base, plus 3 from the ability, and then 1 orange. And that was a sparring gear, by the way, dropping an angle moi for it. And now we're going to move over to Vangelus' turn. Alrighty, so, Vangelus, action for turn. Cornered! Going after Bulllag! Cornered! Against something other than a Combiner! If Bulllag cracks into the meta, a Cornered is going to be a god tier card. I mean, it's already pretty good with the likes of Devastator running around, but now, ooh. So, where's the Masher Mace is the question. Flipping Fracture for turn. And there's the Masher Mace! What did I say? And that's Fracture probably going into Ayuk. Up, wait a minute. Okay, so there's a bit of a take back happening here, but no new information was revealed as or taken back as a result of it, so this is completely fine. Masher Mace will instead be put on Chop Shop. Chop Shop will flip to bot mode, and then Chop Shop will go into Octone. Okay, I like the sound of that. And Tetranite, no Pierce negation, and that is 6, 7, 8. 8 into 6 takes 2. 8 into 6, excuse me? Oh, wait, he has Tetranite. Duh. And not only quartered in 2022, quartered in 2022 against something that isn't a combiner piece. Alrighty. So, cornered coming in clutch. Chop Shop just... And Bill's in the call saying that Bulllag was designed to specifically be cornered. Sparring Gear coming down onto Octone. Flip him to bot mode. Another secret action, good God. Bulllag going into Chop Shop. He does get +1 for the bashing shield. Going in for 5 Pierce 1. 5 Pierce 1. 5 into 2 takes 3. Drawing for turn on Vangelus' side of the field. We're gonna see Crasher flip for turn. Upgrade is going to be Parma Shield coming down on a Fracture. If you haven't seen this card, it's a orange armor that gives +1/+1. Really good with Scrap Heap, but also just an independently okay card. And designated target and something other than Devastator. Let's go! And we have one card left in hand, it looks like, or was that his last card in hand? I don't know. Either way, everybody has Pierce 2, and Fracture's probably going to get to do a bit of work here in a moment. Tailwind going in. Going into Bolag. And also, no weapons were played, or there's no Bold on the field, I should say, aside from Chomp, but he's probably going into Octone. So that's 4, 5, 6 Pierce 2, takes the Pierce 2. And then trading nothing. Okay. So now Chomp goes in probably next, but who does he go into here? Goes into Bolag. And Sabarms, not only is the Bold negated, but the +1 attack as well. 6 Pierce 3. Taking the Pierce 3. And then dropping War of Attrition for a Processor. And then Crasher into Bolag. Currently going in for 4 Pierce 2, 5 Pierce 2. Taking the Pierce 2. And Fracture will trigger. Or Crasher, excuse me. So, Ayuk will take a damage off of Crasher. Also, for those of you that were taking a drink every time I said Fracture instead of Crasher, I am sorry that you have passed out at this point. Drink responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. Drink responsibly. Anyways, draw for turn on Legendary side of the field. Flipping Bolag. Open agenda. Top 3 of the deck are Polydermal, Extended Duration Mission, and Spalders. Taking the Graft and the Spalders, that makes sense. Putting the Duration Mission on the bottom. He seemed to have he's seemed to have a constant stream of essays, so doesn't really need the DM at this point. I couldn't remember if it was EDM or MEMD. I can never remember. Processor comes down on an Octone. So this is probably, on this board, if I had to guess, he probably sends Ayuk after Chomp, gets him off the board, then no matter what, on the next turn, Octone will be able to go into, whoa, he's just sending an Octone straight up, going for the bounty ability for 6 Pierce 1. Taking out Chomp, and then 2 damage to Chop Chop. Interesting. That, again, what I thought he was going to do was send in Ayuk, likely KO Chomp from there, which he would have actually. Then next turn, no matter who Vangelus sends in here, he's able to flip Octone to alt mode, do a damage to somebody, and then just go in for 8. That is a very interesting decision on his part, but maybe it pans out for him in terms of being able to get Chop Chop in range from an attack from either Bolag or Ayuk. He probably sends in Ayuk next if I had to take a wild guess, though, just because of the fact that Bolag does need a little more juice at this point in the game. So Vangelus has 1 card in hand. He's contemplating it. Maybe, or maybe he is just going for an attack here. He does have a Tailwind flip available, though, because Night Flight is very much dead at this point. So now, if I were in Vangelus's position, what would I do on this board? Because Fracture is decent in terms of getting Bullag into KO range from Chop Shop or Tailwind. Checking for direct damage options, and it's just War of Attrition and Photon Charge, so not much there to deal with Fracture. This is a case where Motormaster would probably be better. But Motormaster does not have a very good bot mode, so yeah. Sending Tailwind into Octone without flipping, that's a bold move. And it did not pay off. Going in for 5. Would have went in for 6 if he had flipped to bot mode. 5 into 1, 2, 3. Wait, how much damage did he take? Octone took 1 there, correct? Okay, just making sure. So Octone took 1 there. And then trading the Garten Spalders for Opportune Protection. There's the card I mentioned earlier. And we got a reshuffle. And we're getting a explanation of Opportune Repairs, which I should probably do myself, because I don't think anybody watching this is probably familiar with that card, because it has seen, like, literally no play up until this point. So Opportune Protection is a blue-green secret. It's a mercenary card. If one of your Quintessons would take attack damage and you had a mercenary on your starting team, is the reveal condition. When revealed, you may have one of your other characters take up to 3 of that damage, and your Quintesson take the rest. So, interesting little card. We have a processor draw. And we are now checking for buried banquet targets in the scrap. So there's an enemy combat analysis, a toolbox, a masher base, another masher base, a bashing shield. That's all. So a bashing shield, a masher mace, a toolbox, an enemy combat analysis, and one other I cannot remember. And there's the lasagna sauce. I think we're going to see an Octone flip to alt mode. Alt 2, I should specify. Alright, yep, going to jet mode. Doing a damage to Fracture. Or, excuse me, Crasher. I'm going to make that joke. Who is this Fracture you speak of? Alrighty, going for a secret. Bit of lag there on Legendary's camera, but all is good. Ayuk into Fracture. KOing the Bashing Shield. Oh, nope, has to go into Tailwind. So anyways, go into Tailwind and KO the Bashing Shield. That is the point of this. And Legendary is asking if we can tell he hates that card. Not really. 5 Pierce 3. 5 into 2 takes the 3. Extended duration mission for the Garten Spalders. Again, he does seem to have a pretty good stream of secrets, so... And there's not one in particular that's just dominating the matchup, so getting rid of that is decent. Bill?
Okay, basically the question is, if reprocess gets or targets a Lagarten Spalders and this anti-scrap condition activates, does the character still repair 2? I believe the answer is yes. Okay. Yeah, because I believe those two things are independent. Actually, no, wait. Never mind. I was about to make a MegaRatchet example. That's not how that works. Carry on. Okay, so basically you just heard all of that. Legendary is wondering, does Lagarten prevent the heal of reprocess from happening? The answer is no. So if Lagarten Spalders does get reprocessed and the anti-scrap clause kicks, reprocess will still heal too. So we now know how that works for Ghost Shield as well. So on Vangelus' side of the field, he's got Chop Chop and Tailwind. Has to go into either Ayuk or Octone. And he's got Masher Mace. That helps a little bit. Octone has Tough 2. Ayuk has Tough 2. And we're now making jokes about Canadians being violent. Exactly. That is the only way they would have invented hockey. And I had to jump in there with a hockey joke. Flipping Chop Chop. Yeah, excuse me, I can speak. Flipping Chop Chop to alt mode. Scrapping a reprocess to heal 2 from everybody except Fracture, who heals 4, except she only has 1 damage, so it doesn't really matter. So this game is slowing down once again. So, does he send into Octone, who has Tough 2, or Ayuk with Tough 2? Fracture going into, or excuse me, Crasher going into Ayuk, and Tetrite to negate Pierce and likely negate Fracture's bot mode. The attack is currently for 5, and 5 currently blocking 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is going to be blocked. It does not matter one bit. It simply does not. And we're getting the cuts here. And hey, there's more Pierce. That does not matter. 5 Pierce, 2 is the swing. And that is a block. Alrighty, so now we're moving over to Legendary's turn. Bolag has a +2 bonus. The only combo fries you're getting are fries made of Gator. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, they were making jokes about getting combos with a side of fries, and I jumped in and botched a joke. Once again, I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. Anyways, draw for processor on Legendary side of the field. Polydermal on Ayuk, or not Ayuk, Bolag. Anyways, flipping Bolag to alt mode. Does he have a power action? Show us the angle one. Nope, it's just a secret. So you're probably going to Tailwind here if I had to take a guess. So Bolag going in. Going after Tailwind. I called it. Going in for 6. Blocking 3, takes 3. Okay, decent defense there. Draw for turn. And then upgrade for turn is a toolbox onto Chop Chop. Flipping Chop Chop to bot mode. And there's a secret action on the field.
And we're checking for secrets in the scrap. Vangelus is just gonna go running in. Chop Chop going in. The Bolag, it looks like. Not revealing the secret. And a pressable kick, no bold. Going in for 6, Pierce 1. Blocking 3, takes 3. 6 into 3 takes 3. Is that opportune protection? It is an opportune protection! Fires off. Octone takes the damage instead. Alrighty, so we are draw for processor on legendary side of the field. And Tailwind currently has stealth, so Chop Chop is probably the target here. That repair is a mandatory trigger, so that would have resolved regardless of whether Legendary liked it or not. So, Chop Chop heals 2. We missed a green on the flip there. So, Bolag flips to bot mode. And we're getting Taco Bell jokes from Bill. Thank God you guys cannot hear that. So, what is Legendary's plan here? Mechastar coming down onto Octone. Okay. That's a start. He's currently going in for 10. Into 1. He needs to... Oh. He needs... Oh, he has a Lion Weight. He's going to be off by 1 on Chop Chop, isn't he? Yeah, he's off either way, because Fracture would be alive on 2, going in the Chop Chop. If he flips an orange, maybe? 10 Pierce 4. No blues on Vangelus' side. The 3 most either grateful or painful words in the English language. Say them with me now. Alive on 1! Oh, that has to suck. That has to suck. Ay, 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 ay. Now, Octone's probably not going to do anything, so, at least in terms of the damage that he puts out from his ult mode flips. And what is Vangelus going to do? And Vangelus is out here making a bold claim that, on the next swing, Octone will not use bounties, so we'll see how that strategy pays off. Flipping Chop Chop. And then scrapping a quarter to repair 4 from Chop Chop. Oh, repairs 2 from Tailwind. Down to 6 damage. Good God, this deck is annoying. And then Tailwind going into Octone. 8 going in, and that's a block. 8? Wait. 8 into 4, 5, 6, 7. How much defense does Octone have at ult 2? Ah, I thought he only had 1. Carry on. Okay, Octone has 2 defense in all of his modes. I do not know how they got away with that one. Dropping a Angle Moi for a reprocess. I wonder what he's gonna use that for in 2 turns. Draw for processor. Lion Weight will untap. Ayuk probably going in here just to get another upgrade for Bolag. Octone to bot mode. And we are checking for Buried Banquet targets. Masher Mace. 2 Masher Maces. I thought I saw a second Masher Mace in there. Okay, just making sure. So there's 2 Masher Maces and an enemy combat analysis in there. Uh-oh, Legendary's wanting to do something funny. Oh no, is he flipping Ayuk? Tailwind is a non-man. Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He already flipped Octone, though. Never mind. If only Rapid Conversion was a good card. And there's another Spalders onto Bolag, and Vangelus' camera has decided to stop working. Ayuk into Tailwind. And KOing the enemy combat analysis. And Vangelus' camera's messed up. Is anybody else seeing Vangelus' camera slowly become pixelated and jittery? Oh, there we go. Okay, problem solved. Okay, that is crashed. Or that is fixed. Anyway, so enemy combat analysis is getting KO'd. And the swing is 4. 5 pierce 2. 5 into 2 takes 3. And Legendary is making jokes about Chop Chop having no damage at the end of the turn. And, oh, wait a minute. Wait, heal 3, heal 2. Oh, God, he could have 1 health remaining at the end of this turn. Not playing the reprocess, though. Going for the new orders to untap Tailwind. Wait a second. That's interesting. So, Tailwind's untapped now. That probably means Bolag isn't going to be able to KO somebody next turn. Flip Chop Shop to bot mode. And no weapon play, it looks like, so Bolag will not proc. He's contemplating a card. Or is that the reprocess? I think that might just be a reprocess that he's bluffing with. Tailwind going into Ayuk, who only has 1 damage, I should point out. 7 into 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes 2. Okay, that's making progress. And we'll move over to Legendary's turn. Draw for turn, draw for processor. And shuffle up. Alrighty. Still waiting for the reshuffle to conclude. And, oh, there's a Mecha Star coming down onto Octone. What? Also, there's a secret on the field. Why? I am very confused. Why would you play that on Octone? Vangelus does not have Bolag. You have Bolag. And he's not even in the right mode. Anyways, Bolag going in here for 5, 6, 7, Pierce 1. And that's a dead Tailwind. War of Attrition for the Garten Spalders. Or, excuse me, Lasagna Sauce. You're welcome for the correct pronunciation, Naga. Alrighty, flip Chop Shop. Scrappery Process. Heal 4 from Chop Shop. Good God, this is crazy. Going to attacks. Chop Shop going into Bolag. And Turnabout Snare coming down. So currently going in for 2 bold wine. Or no bold. So going in for 2. Going in for 3. Blocked. And we'll move over to Legendary's turn now. Oh, nope. No, we won't. Fracture going in to Bolag. 5 Pierce 2. Taking 2, and then Fracture triggers and does a damage to Ayuk. And we're getting jokes about Goofy. Draw and draw for processor on legendary side of the field. So, legendary's saying interesting. He's doing something. Is he gonna flip Octone or Ayuk? Nope, flipping Bolag. Putting a Mecha Star on Bolag. Oh my God. What in the world is this? Hold on, I gotta make a joke quick. Okay, this is where you just drop Equipment Enthusiast, right? Oh, God. Draw 8 equipment enthusiast right here without playing Galaxy Prime. When's the last time you saw that? Contract contingency Octone! Oh my god. Going into Crasher. I almost called her Fracture again. Oh, there's 10 Pierce 2. 10 Pierce 4, excuse me. 10 into 2 takes 8. And contract contingency procs bounty dead Crasher. As the other judge in the room, I overrule you. I was making a joke to Bill because he was saying ban Octone for that, and I'm like, no, I was making a joke about me being a judge, even though I am most certainly not qualified to be one. And Vangelus is saying I'm going to do the thing I wanted to do this whole set. And we are getting some contemplation from Vangelus. Vangelus apparently has the wrong setup and a utility already on him. Flipping Chop Shop to bot mode. And he's going to hopefully reset Chop Shop. Sending into Octone. Not necessarily going to reset. He does have the bold one from Masher Mace, because Bolag is A, in the wrong mode, and B, not being attacked. Now, if that was Rummage in all modes, this would be a different story. But Junkions and Quintessons don't exactly go well together. At least, yeah, somebody could engineer a deck with them. 2-1-3, or I don't know why I'm announcing the cut numbers. And he gets it! So that is, 6, 7 Pierce 3? 7 Pierce 3? Probably going to be taking the Pierce 3. Taking the Pierce 3 up to 9. Draw for turn on legendary side. There's the draw for the processor. Flipping Bolag to alt mode. Okay, so currently going in for 8 probably after. Oh, wait a minute. He just reshuffled. Vangelus just reshuffled. Angle Blah on Bolag. That makes up for it. Very handily. And then Ayuk. Ayuk has no targets for Buried Banquet. Ayuk going in first. Five Pierce 2 is the swing. 5 into 2 takes 3. Dropping a line weight for a War of Attrition. And here's the big swing. Bolag going in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 before flips. Going in for 13. Blocking 1. I believe that's a dead Chop Shop. And that's a dead Chop Shop, and that will do it for this set. Good God, an hour and a half for a 2-0 between an aggro deck and a blue deck. What a mess of a set. Octone, ladies and gentlemen. Octone. But I'm going to wrap this one up quick because I have been rambling a little too much lately. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here today. If you did, there's a little purple button you can push down below if you're watching this on Twitch Live, or if you're watching this on YouTube, the re-upload specifically, there is a little red button you can push down below to show that. We will be back, of course, with round 3 action at some point. Probably going to be this weekend because I believe my match versus Stephen Moss is the last one in the round. I had to schedule it for Thursday due to some scheduling conflicts, but
This weekend will probably be round 3. Maybe it'll happen on Friday night during our open play nights. Be sure to join those. Link in the description if you're watching this on the YouTube re-upload or if you're watching this live right now. Discord.gg, I believe it is. Let me double check that link. Yes, discord.gg/Transformers TCG is where you want to go, or you can just go to the live channel or any of my videos, and there's a link in the description to the TFTCG community server. But for now, that was a good match. 2-0 Legendary using Gators with Mercenary Reinforcements versus Vangelus's 5-wide ASP build in heavy quotes. And with that, that will do it for this broadcast. Peace out, y'all.